Alright, what's up, guys? Check my settings. Looks like we're good. Alright, what's up, guys? Today we're going to do the second and final frame of Liu Kang's aerial fireball, and then we'll start coding the actual move. So let's start by let's go in our options, get our additional moves script here. And we'll start, we gotta fire that up to get map our headers here, and then do our chain for all the segments to make a frame, and then once that's done, then we can actually just see the animation itself, the two frames if we wanted to. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the primary one, which is going to be his head. And so I don't forget this time, and make sure that this is in hexadecimal. So we got 20 by 20. And then see our address, OBAO, 4C9. And I draw attributes, and then and actually that's for the segment chain. We want, let's do this. Let's put this below the first one. And we'll just call this Kang sprite head. Actually, sprite 1 head. There we go. Let's build this out as we go and see what happens. What's up there, Master? How was your Thursday? Hopefully it was a good one. Mine was alright. Kind of. You know, I can't complain. Kind of went by pretty fast. What's up there, Soulbreaker? Let me split these windows here. My hex editor. Right, there we go. That works. I'm actually in the market for a new monitor, but I can't find the one that I want. So. Wow, it's just a long ass walk, man. Let's see, it went down. Kind of want to keep this kind of top to bottom, left to right, like we've been doing. Let me see how I got those. Okay, so we got head. We probably got. All right, no worries. It doesn't matter. Alright, so let me do this back, Kang's right 1. We'll do his back here, and Actually, I'm gonna go. Yeah, that'll work. So 10 by 32. C580. Alright, so that's that. Next we'll do, what's next on the list? We'll do backfoot. I'm just going down the order in which they're listed here on the graphics ROMs. That way I don't miss anything. And that is, the backfoot is 15 by 18. 15 is F, I believe, but we'll double check. Yeah, so F by 12, okay. And let's see, the backfoot location is and his butt we'll do 15 by 32. Let's get back over here. 4C8D360. Well, I mean, hopefully, Drew, I get mine done in a couple hours or so. Depends on, you know, if you get on a roll, you get on a roll. It's good to keep going, but to have a dual stream. What's up there, Mike? How you doing, buddy? Alright, so we'll do his front foot now. Let's see, his front foot is 29 by 32, and so we got 1D by 20. C8DEAO. And next is his, looks like his arm. Which is, what is that, B? Yeah, B. So we got 20 by B. Okay. So Kang, sprite, 1. Arms, and that was 20 by and what do we got there? We got 20 by whatever 20 is in hexadecimal. 20 by 14, okay. And our location is FCAO 04C8. And I've already got his head in there, so I don't have to put that in there next. And the last one would be his stomach. And that is also 32 by 32, so it's going to be 20 by 20. And the location for that one is 4C923AO. Alright, so that should be all these sprite segments. So, alright, so all we have to do here is, let's get rid of that. Alright, so that should complete all the graphics. All we have to do is go in here and for sprite 1, we're going to have to go in there and align them up. So, alright, so let's fire this up. I think last night before I got off, I think I did split those graphic files up. So I don't think I gotta cut those up. I think I'm good on that. I think all I have to do is just add this. And chop that up and then go in there and just line up our second sprite just to see how it looks. So let's see, let's fire this up. And then we have a nice little, where was my scratch I used last night? I had specific sprite, there we go. So that's what I want right there. And we'll paste that in there and then 620, okay, so we want this one right here. Alright, let's go in here and align this up. Okay. My symbols here, some addresses here for the, actually let's do, let's turn up this, actually I know where those shadows are, let's go 104, 0500, something like that. We're just going to turn off all the background elements so we can get a nice shot of our, here we go, get a nice shot of our sprites. Alright, take care of that, take care of that, that layer, and this one should be our shadows, and we should have, okay. We'll save that there, and one last thing, let's do, alright. So we got a nice little environment to work with here. So we'll just take that down there, we'll enlarge this, and then we'll get one more window here for the ROM. And then we'll go back to our script, and we shall start doing our adjustments. We're not going to mess with the first one. The first one, we don't need any offsets changed because our primary is always going to be at 0. If you change that, it changes the actual position of your character, and we don't want to change our position of our character when our sprite changes. Let's see. New graphics banks are added to existing. These are adding to existing ones, Drew. I haven't had the need yet for new ones or a new bank. I'm not actually sure if there is room. There should be room. There should be room for maybe. It's a good question. If there is room, I think there's one more bank. I just don't know if it's 4 megabits or 8 megabits. All right. Let's see. Back to our. So let's do this. Let's see what we did last night. Let's do 20. Do a 40 offset, and we're just gonna do a 60 offset and just spread these out. And then we'll do an 80 offset. And then we got AO, CO, and I think last we have EO here. So that should sort them all out on one. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So right off the bat, you can see our transparency as a color. Am I seeing that right? Has one of our colors is showing up as transparent. It looks like it says but. What color is that, by the way? That could pose a problem. So let's join them up still, and then go back and probably just redraw the ones that needed. Not a biggie. All right, so we're at 20 on, what is that, the back? Okay, so let's see. G, we've got B. And looks like A is going to be the final one for that. And then I want to say this is reverse. So we're going to go EO. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I should probably have a reference. So let me find out the full size one. I'm gonna have to go all the way through here, I think it looks like. This is another idea, a low one. Looks pretty good. I just think he's probably, it would be more effective having an aerial one. So that's what we went with, the aerial. Okay. Alright, so that looks good. So we're gonna go, we've set A and FFEC. That's that one. And I'll go to the next one. Set 40, so we'll do 0. Actually, let's have a little bit of offset because I'm not sure which one this is. It looks like that 1, 2, 3. It looks like 3 of these have to be drawn again. I gotta find out what color that was too. Maybe figure out why that happened. Okay, so let's see where we at here. 0, 0. I don't see. FEO. Is that linked up right? The back foot. King sprite 1 back foot. We got head. We got back. We got back foot. Okay, so that is. See F12. Where is the back foot? That's what I need to know. So make him go backwards. I don't see the back foot unless it's totally transparent. It would be a different color though because the white is definitely showing up fine. That's that foot I modified last night. So the question is, where is our foot? Do I have it in the... Yeah, I do have it in the ROMs. Definitely in the ROM data. Okay, that's the backside. That's showing up. Okay, I guess we'll just continue on, come back to that after we get the other pieces. Alright, so we got 10, 10. Now it's come down. FFCA. Almost. Looks like 2 pixels maybe. There we go, and we'll go forward one more, so we'll bring this down to F. Looks about right there, so it's going to be F and FFCC, it looks like. So rename that to front foot, not font foot. Alright, so moving on to the next one. Where are we at? 80, 80. Okay, so we'll do, just put this over to 10, 10. that stomach in there, that we can see what we're doing. See 20 and that EO. Okay, so we'll do FFEO, and we'll do maybe FFEO. Alright, so let's bring it back. Let's see. FEO, so we'll do FO. Wow, it's perfect 0. Oh yeah, that's right. I did align it with, just to make sure. Okay, so there's a perfect 0 offset there. And then just to make sure on this, we'll do, it's actually the wrong way, so we'll do FFDF. That should take us down 1 pixel. Okay, that's good. So 0 and FFEO would be the stomach. And from there we can go back up and do the front foot, as we know where that's going to line up with the stomach. Do FFEO, FFCO. And we'll do, let's see, FFEO needs to come back some more. Alright, so his front foot's done. Let's take a look at this one. This is arm, okay. Oh, that's a little too far. That's a little too far. Go gadget arm. That's a little too far. Getting there. Looks like we have like one little FFEO, B. So it looks like there's like a slight, maybe that's better. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Looks good. FFE1, FFED. Still gotta find his back foot. His back foot is just totally missing. Alright, so let's do his back leg. We'll try to figure out what happened to his back foot and then get that transparency color fixed as well. Alright, so let's go 0 and let's go FFCO. FFB8, yeah, FFBO. The backlight, that looks a little, something looks a little off with that. Let me double check. I guess that's it, okay. Okay. Alright, so let's go, let's see, 14. 30, we have to go down a little bit, so let's go FFB. Actually, that's the wrong way. Yeah, so we go to FFAD, let's try that out. I think that's going to be a little too far, but alright, so let's see, 21. We're just going to check our gap there. Okay, so 20 is good there. And FF. There we go. So we got 20 in FFAC. So we'll put that in there. And we have to figure out the... Okay, so we have to figure out our back foot's missing. And the transparency color for all this in here seems to be a problem. Let's see what that is real fast. Let's see, sprite 2, I believe. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. Then let's turn it back to index. Custom palettes. And Lew Kang, convert. There we go. Okay, so there is the problem right there. There's a problem. Okay, so this palette should have should be shifted one to the right, one color to the right, because this first color here is always transparent. So the weird part is, let me see. Okay, so that explains that. While some are, okay, there's 2 shades of black there. So there's, okay, so there's one extra color in this palette that doesn't belong, because when we switch that over, it's going to push that to 65 colors. It's interesting. Let's see. Alright, we'll figure that out in a minute. Let me find his foot real fast, and we'll come back to this. Alright, so there's his foot, and I know his foot is not totally black. So it should be showing up somewhere. A 28 FFA. Actually, this is the one we want. Alright, so we had F12. CDOO 6000. Okay. And that's giving me 4C8, CDOO. Okay, that is correct. But some reason. This foot's gone. This foot is gone. I don't know where it went. Sorry, I just write 4C8 CD00. That looks right. F12 6000. Let's see here. Okay, it's not making any difference whatsoever. This is really odd. I don't know why I get a kick out of that. Just looks ridiculous. Okay. F12, FFCL. So this offset should be right on his head. Yeah, but it's not there. Let me see. Back foot. Okay, so this back foot. Back foot. Oh, check that out. It's actually in this one. So if we go back to the original, the full size one, it's got 64 colors. This has got 65, so this has got one extra color. Probably being shifted. And it looks like the color is just coming in from here. Select color. Select color. Let's see. So that's transparent. It's selecting all the transparent one, all the transparent pixels. That's fine. So everything seemed to check out fine with this. Let me reset real fast. Got a blue. Let's do something real fast. Let's take off Shang Tsung. That looks goofy. Well, I guess we can try to redraw it and put it back in there, but from what could be? Okay, let me start looking at the size and stuff. The size isn't large at all. It's 16 by 12. Well, we have much larger sprites that draw without a problem, like 20 by 20. And the back foot here is F by 12. It's 12, like 18. Okay, so we got 15 by 18. And I don't think it's the odd number because we have, well, let's see something. We can change our sizes here. I think it's something other than the size. Because we still have nothing, even if we change the size there. What's up there, Soul Snatching? What's up, Cesar? Alright, so we got a foot that's missing in action. Size doesn't seem to make a difference. Draw attribute, I don't think is going to make any difference. Of course, it's not showing up, so that's not going to make a difference. We can give it another address there. D360 didn't make a difference. Right below it. The order doesn't seem to be a problem. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces. The same as up here. I think if it was like a segment count problem, it would probably come after. It would be like the last one to have a problem, I would think. So the fact that it's in the middle doesn't seem to make a difference. Let's do this though. Let's test it. Let's test that theory. So if we were to flip that and we do let's give back foot, and let's switch to back foot and his butt sprite around, and that is what, F12. So his foot is F12, and then that address on the foot was CDOO, and then for his butt sprite we have F in 20. So look at that. So his foot is showing up now. So his foot is now showing up, but his butt is not. So what is it about that position? This position here, like this. So let's see, a sprite head, we have back foot, front foot, arms, back leg. Which magic are you speaking of there, Soul? So we swapped those two, and the only thing we swapped was just the position of them. Like, there's something that's... Let me pop this in here, and let's do another breakpoint here. We're checking on our first sprite now, so make sure everything's still good with that. Oops, I gave the wrong address. Let's try that again. So we're going to put that first one back in here. Okay, so our first sprite is still solid. So that's good. Let me switch some of these switches here because slider controls. We'll take the volume down a little bit. Alright, so that's good. Don't understand why. We have a problem with one position. So F12, we do F20. So that one's showing up fine. So if we change that back and we do D360. Where's the D360? That's the offset. Oh, F and 20. There we go. F20. COF. So the butt sprite, but we have a foot still. Okay, so now it's back. Strange stuff going on there. Oh, checking my data here. I have no explanation why it's doing that. Doesn't make any sense. Unless, well, let's do this. The first sprite, I went top to bottom with the pieces. So that might play a part in it. So let's do that. So these two are good. The back. And then before the, let's see, let's go in here. Let's get a reference of our pieces here. All right, so we have our head, our back, and I think next we should probably do our arm. So let's get our arms in there after the back. And then after the arms, looks like the next piece is probably going to be going to be stomach, it looks like. And then back, because arms are a little higher up there. So we'll do that. So we get head, arms, back, stomach. What's up, Mariano? It's getting there. Let's see. So we got head, arms, back, stomach. Let's see. Next probably will be the back foot, which is good. Back leg. Actually, the butt would come. The butt, then the front foot. That's the way it's supposed to go. Let's do that. I mean, I wouldn't think it would have caused too much of a difference, but apparently I'm probably wrong on that. I hope I'm wrong anyways, so it works. So we got butt, front foot, and then we'll do back foot, back leg, and that should be the optimal order from top to bottom. Alright, so let's do them. Paste it in there. Well, I should probably draw it again, huh? I should probably draw with the other palette. Alright, so let's drop that. We don't need that right now. We'll lower that. And it was, let's see. That one was good. So we'll discard that. So it was the back leg, front foot, I believe that had everything with that color. Okay, so those are the ones that are drawing as transparent. Let me see this here. Edit color. Where are we at here? So why is it that we have an extra color on the other ones? But I mean, they're working on the other ones. That's the ones. Okay. Okay, so that's transparent right there. And then we have, let's see, Liu Kang, MK Liu Kang, that one. So wait a minute here. So that's what we are running with now. And we have this extra one here. Actually, the extra one is, oh, I see. Okay, so if that's correct, then the one with the extra color is causing us issues because it's currently assigned the one with the extra color. Let's see. Okay, so what's up, Smoke? Yeah, well, good, man. How are you? All right. So we're going to cut some more graphics here just to test and see where it went wrong and keep that in mind, and so we can fix it. Because currently, index 0 is always going to be every color, every palette. The first color is always transparent, no matter what. So what's going on is we have these new sprites that have transparencies in certain areas where they're not supposed to be, and it's because one of its colors that it's supposed to utilize is actually in the 0 position in the index. So that's the problem. But with that being said, they do have, let's see, if we go over here, we go to palette, and we get Liu Kang's palette. Where's it at here? Palette for Liu Kang primary. So if we get this, we go there. So there's our size. Our size 64. So here's our first color. It's always going to be 0, 0, 0, 0. That's always going to be transparent. So it doesn't matter what color you make that. So the problem is we got 64 colors. The current palette that it's using says it's got 65. Right here is 64, but you got to remember it's a 0 index, so we got 65 colors. Map of 64 imported. Okay, so let me get rid of this guy here because it's mixing up my palettes here. Okay, so this is our current one. I think what I'm going to do from now on to make things easier is I'm always going to put this first one as like a fuchsia or something. That way I know that it's always going to be transparent, and it'll show up here too, instead of getting this mix up that we got right now. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times 4 is 64. So that's all of our colors. I don't understand unless... Hmm. So 408.42, 408.42. Actually have a name to her. These are all named. There it is down here. So when I import these palettes, I'm giving them names, and I just gave them the name of the color that's in the palette itself. So see, that one's 0, that's 400, that's 842, that's C63. And if you look over here, we've got our 400, 842, C63, and it goes on and on. So our colors are all fine. I just think there's a mix up with the actual color black and this sprite here. Okay, so there. Wow, so this one has the 65th color in it, and it's just an extra black one because this one here is good because it's index 1, but it doesn't match our palette in the game. What is causing this? That's what I have to find out so I can fix it. So, I mean, I can just try to slide in that value like it's got up here, but I'm afraid it'll throw that off, like the whole color index. The sprite would be off. So I don't think it actually has a true black color in this palette for his for his for his pants, and I think that's what's causing the issue. Um, because the darkest black is 400 that it has. Let's see here. See, that's that one right there. Okay. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is when I go in and I pull in these palettes, instead of a black color, I think I'm going to give it like that fuchsia color, so it's definitely known that it's going to be if we go in here and we do it would be something like this. So, and then this would line up good because obviously that's going to be that black color, which is what's missing now. I mean, we can cut this as it is now and see what it looks like. Not too optimistic because it literally shifts every color one index to the right. So it's a little bit. Okay. So this is the palette importer routine. It takes those bytes from the ROM and it puts it into a color palette like so. So what I was thinking about doing is if it's the first index, the 0 index, we'll just give it like a bright color to signify that it's going to be a transparent color, like a bright green or a fuchsia or something like that, hot pink, whatever it is. And let's do if counter equals 0, we can do yeah, let's do that. So we'll just do something like if, whoops, can't type today, if counter equals 0. This means it's the first one. We're going to say new color equals, and we'll just do, and what's that color value here? I want to say, what is it, 255 0 255. So what we're going to do to test that, we can go in here, import. Let's see if this works here. Desktop, and we have Kang's palette. Test palette. And here it is right here. So, okay, so it did do it, but it also, let's see, what is that, 400? Did it cut off? Let me take a look at my list of colors here. This making sure all these line up the way they should be. Alright, so I'm going up my colors here, 2401, 1CE7, 34C5, 4440, 48C1, we got 4086, 2801, 2529, 3947, 5C80, 70E5, 5D48. So far, so good. All the colors are coming back good. 70, 70, 70AO. BO, 70SF, F1, 52B4, 72B3. Nine, okay, 7FC. Okay, yeah, so all those come back great. So what we got to do is, it's actually a problem, I think, with the original sprite. Let me see here. Yes, it's got. It's a one extra color in there. I think it's that black one that snuck in there. To change it to the 400. Okay. All right, I guess that explains it. So yeah, so I guess every time I import a palette now, I'm gonna just have that fuchsia there. Okay, so that fixes that. So no longer, I mean, if something were to retain that color, it'd be very easy to see. But this was not so easy because yep. So what would happen here is we would remove this color. So let's remove. All these are the same too. All these have. Taro's palette, Mel Ninja palettes. This palette here. We can just rename this to. Actually, let's get rid of this Liu Kang palette here. Actually, it's the same thing. We can edit this color and just do this. So when I apply this, you should see what I'm talking about as far as. Actually, it did not do. Okay, I have to do it this route. I have to go to Oh, it might not work right since it's already diced up. I'll find out here real fast. Okay, I think it worked. I think it worked. Maybe not. Here's our color map. Okay, so that's all of that. That's all black there, so it made that all black. Okay, so it should be good. So with that being adjusted, we should be able to just cut, what was it, 3? Was it 3 sprites we had to cut? I think it was 3 sprites, so we'll do those. Alright, so this is the butt sprite, and what we want to do is we want to go into exported, frame 1, and why the first frame came out really good with no problems. Let me take a look at his pants here. Yeah, it's transparent. Not sure what that one is. It didn't select anything. I see that's got a little bit of color to it. That's why it's not complete. Okay. All right, that makes sense, I guess. It's not triple black. It doesn't have 0 for all the. It's got an 8 for the red. So. Okay. All right. I guess that makes me feel better. That's what this is too. It's got the 8 for the. Okay, so that's good. All right, so let's do that. Let's go, and we've already got this, I think, set for index the way we want it. And this should be our, okay, that's good. So let's export, or actually, yeah, there we go. 15 by 32. Desktop, and we'll, oh, we don't need to export palette. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so there's one. Let's go ahead and do, I think, front foot. Stomach and front foot as well. Let's do front foot. Actually, no, front foot I think was good. Actually, let me see. How does that look? I like the entire picture. That's exactly what we're seeing in the game right there. Okay, yeah, definitely does. Okay, wonder how this is gonna work because we got a transparent color. Switch this back to index. Yeah, what a pain in the butt that is. So we're going to cut this again. So let me go in here. It's 32 by 32, I believe. Or stomach. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and open this. And let me get a good pic. Yeah, see. Okay, so that should be what we need there. So yeah, I think we're yep, got the right selection. Okay. All right. So let's go back in here. Mode, index, custom, convert. And now this should be all transparent. This should be all pants. Okay, so now we're looking good. Back to where we should be. All right, so we'll do. We'll export this. And that was 3232 stomach bitmap, okay. All right, so that's that. Let's get rid of the old one, bring that new one in. And that's that. Old one there. Export frame 1. Actually, it's not in there. It's in new folder. There we go. Frame 2. And that was stomach. Okay. So I'll overwrite that. And then next we have to probably do the same thing for what we got here. I believe it's front foot. Yeah, see that one's a little bit different than what it's showing. It's because it's got some transparency that shouldn't be there. So what we're going to do is we're going to reselect, and that is, what is front? 29 by 32. And we'll try to get that. And looks like we got 1, 2. Okay, so that should be pretty easy to cut. Say that's about it right there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Image. And we'll go to mode index and we'll apply our Kang palette. So before we export, we got to. that was what, 2932 front foot. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any more? So we got the butt. We've got the front foot. We got the stomach. I think that's it. I think that does it. This is the old one. I think that's it. I think I just gotta write those three, and we should be good. I'm hoping, anyway. So it's, and hopefully his back foot comes back. Cause I don't know where the hell his back foot went. It's kind of crazy. His back foot just disappeared in that one last stream. All right, so we got three new bitmaps here. Let me open these up, and we'll put these in the graphics. And all right, so we got front foot. Should be good on as far as addresses go. See front foot bitmap. See front foot 29 by 32. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's say the same size, front foot. Front foot's good. We'll get rid of the front foot. I should go down about right there. Okay. So where's the hole? There's a. Okay. Pretty big shift in data. Okay, so that one's good. And the last one is the stomach one. So let's get the stomach in there. And that actually got a lot more data in it. Yeah, it's going to overwrite our thigh data. Let's see what happened there. So let's see, let's go back and open up our stomach. All right, so our stomach is, what, 32 by 32? 32 by 32. Should have stayed the same size since our dimensions were the same. Okay. All right, let me see something here. $768 bytes is what that calculates to currently. And right now we're at 675. So wow. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. We're at 30 by 30 on the stomach there. Wait a minute. 30 by 30 on the stomach. What is going on? Did I miss something here? Why is that 32 by 32? Damn it, I overwrote the old one too, so it's, okay, let me check my connected piece. Let me see, because obviously I got 2 pixels that are overlapping here. Is it going to be the back? I don't think it's the back. The back looks like it's going to be fine. Let me see. Can I change the canvas? How do I change the canvas on here? Canvas size. Okay, there we go. Just okay. We're just gonna do this. I just want to see exactly where we're overlapping 2 pixels. I think we're supposed to be 30 by 30. Front foot here. Could be front foot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you still see our selection there. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, you can see it should be 2 pixels. I had that as, what did I have it as? 30 by 30. So there's our 2 pixels there. You can see it's supposed to be here. Hard to see right there, but let me try to. So currently, 2 pixels too tall, and just to verify, I will pull in. Let's see, we'll pull in his head here. Make sure those are good. Okay, yeah. The stomach is 2 pixels too long. But I only have 1 extra pixel for the width, so something. Oh, there it is. It's the other side. Looks like. Alright, so let me pull in this one here to verify. So that should be about like that, and I think actually this should be there, I believe. Okay, so I think that solves the mystery there. Okay, so that makes sense. So I cut 2 from the bottom and 1 from each side. Okay, so this will be short. Let's do this. Alright, so and we actually want our selection to be 30 by 30, and that should put it currently we have what, 675? Yeah, 675, so 30 by 30. Something's not right though. So this currently this image says it's 32 by 32. My selection box is 30 by 30. So I would expect one column on each side and one row on top and bottom to be. What's going on here? Oh, I see. Okay, so we have to go and select none. That's probably why. Excuse me, I'm just getting acclimated here with GIMP. Okay, so that's better. So yeah, so we want to select only this portion here, and that should give us what we need. So let's go and see if we can crop to it. Auto crop unused space from edges, and yeah, that didn't do what we wanted. Okay, so we want to crop that right there. So let's just do this. Let's copy, and I'm tired of messing around with this thing. New image. That's what we should have. And we'll go here, we'll do mode, index, and assign it to Lew Kang's. And then finally do this one more time. Man, this is, I mean, it's quite a bit of work to do graphics. It's just, it's not just making them, it seems like. It's getting them formatted correctly, get them segmented properly. Okay, so there is our stomach at 30 by 30. Let me get rid of that stomach one because that's not right. And then we'll get rid of this stomach one because that's not right. 30 by 30. Yes, please. We'll put that in there. Our right foot, our butt sprite, and I think that should be about it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what happens. So let's chop these up. Oh shit, I think I caught that. I didn't do that right. Come on, there we go. Exit, exit. Been too much data. It would have been too much data if we did the whole. That was chopping up the entire graphics instead of just that bank. Okay, so alright, so that's just bank 3. That's all we need to chop up. Alright, we'll get rid of that, and then we'll put these in the game here. Let's see, UG17, and get rid of A, don't need it. And then next, I think we've got UJ22. And that should be it for that. We'll slide this off the screen. Let's get these off the screen. And cross my fingers. Hopefully that sprite's working. And our foot, oh, you know what? Speaking of foot, alright, got this up. Alright, so that's that. We'll get that off of there. Minimize that, get that over here. We will copy that, lower that. And hopefully our transparency woes are fixed here. If not, I guess I'll be doing some more sprite stuff. Yeah, looks like I'm doing some more sprite stuff. Still no foot. Still no foot. Thanks, Soulbreaker. It definitely is. Definitely is time consuming, man. You just gotta. Oh shit! There's his foot. It's on the back of his head. All right. So before we go back in there, let's get his foot position right, and then we'll go back to the sprites. You know what? When I exported that, let me check real fast. Where was I at when I exported it? Okay, so that's his stomach. So light color. Yeah, his foot's in his head. So his foot is come back. So that's a good thing. So we're getting there. His foot's there, and it looks like the front foot transparency has been fixed. So we have to do this too. So let's get his back foot squared away, and then we'll go back and do those two graphics again and try to see what's going on there with those. Alright, so at 12, 12, we gotta go backwards, so we're gonna wanna go maybe 20 and FFCO, maybe? Let's do 28. Okay, so 30 FFCO, so we're gonna go FFB8, FFBO possibly, and we're gonna bring this down to 2F because that needs to come back one, and then we gotta go down more, so I'm gonna go AC. Okay, there we go. So we got 2F and FFAC. Coming along. They actually, they're converting nicely. I mean, the graphics look just like the original game. With the exception of those two jacked up ones that are about to be fixed. But yeah, looks pretty good. So let's go back in there and back foot. So these are writing off. All these pixels are getting 0 index values for some reason. And that's why they're all becoming transparent. So the stomach, okay, so let's see here. looks like almost as if I don't have the right sprite that was. Let's get rid of that, discard that. Like something like, because you can see here, this is all good. Our transparency should be contained to this selection here. And this is all one color. So the fact that in the image, two different colors because we have one color that's being transparent. I find it hard to believe because it's going to give, not going to get color 0, it's supposed to get color 1, which is what's all selected. So let's do one at a time real fast. Let's do one at a time and see what we can do here. Those extras. So this is the current color map. It's the same as Liu Kang's. There's no difference in them. They're all good. Okay. Okay, so let me, I guess, it looks good. Bitmap looks good. So 30 by 30 stomach. Okay. Okay, so that was exported with this palette selected. Shouldn't make a difference. Alright, so let's go back in there. Let me open that up. And I'm just going to see if the data is different. I'm just going to see if the data is different between what I have now and what I had for this. See, so that starts off BAAE. Okay, so that's a good sign. So, look at that, 32 by 32. That's Now this is really driving me crazy. (32 by 32 on the stomach. What did we just do that was 30 by 30? Oh shit. Oh no. I overwrote the wrong stomach, that's why. God damn it. Okay, no problems. So, easily done. I undid that. Because if we go in here and we actually do this, okay, I'm glad it makes sense now, because I thought I was going out of my mind. Yeah, because if we go in here and we set that to this other breakpoint, you'll see that the stomach probably should be messed up right here. Just to prove the point. Yeah. Make much more sense. Okay. So, god damn, man. This is crazy. This shit you gotta keep track of. So now the problem comes that I did need the 32 by 32 for the stomach. Let me check the front foot. foot was all good, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, front foot's good now. We just got to do butt and the stomach. Slide this off to the left now. Shit, man, I overwrote that other one. I should stop overwriting stuff. We'll go back there and grab a 32 by 32 from the original. Make sure I keep the same. Wow, man. How crazy. Alright, so if I remember, this was... Okay, so we currently have that. We need to get one over to the right. 2 down. Okay. Just to confirm here, let me go ahead and... Let's see if I can just paste that in there. I don't know if it's gonna... Yeah, it looks about right, because we're gonna have the... Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, let's do a paste as new. Oops, not paste as new layer. We want to do paste as new image. Because what I also forgot to do was, there was 3 or 4 pixels I filled in up here because I didn't like the way it was so sharp. Let's just take 1 pixel off of there. There we go. Now we got our 32 by 32. Pixels on the bottom. Yep, it looks good. All right. And just to double check, we'll go ahead and put this in. Should be good. Jeez, man, I'll tell you what, this is, I'd much rather be writing code than doing the graphic stuff. It's pain in the butt. At least if you have a code error, you can't visually see it, right? Alright, so we're gonna export this again. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. 32 by 32. Stomach. Okay, and while we're here, let's go ahead and do the butt piece there. As a stomach. Replace, yes, because discard that. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta cut a new one from here, don't we? Alright. And what is this? 15 by 32? and then we got one small one there. Is that about right? Let me see. Oops. Let me get rid of that one. No, we definitely gotta go in somewhere. And down. That's gonna make it hard because this is also supposed to be black right here. That's what we can do with this. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's see. New layer. There we go. Okay, so we can just line this up just the way we want it, and then we can. See, can I not bump that down with my. I cannot bump that down with my keys. Okay, so that's where we want to be, right there. Copy, and we will paste as new image. Okay, so that should be the fix for the butt cheek. The hind leg, whatever you want to call it. Index it. Kang, and that should be good there. And we'll export. Alright. Man, oh man, I'll tell you. And let's export that just to make sure that's saved the way it should be. And let's put these in. Let's put them in. So, open those up. See stomach. Copy that. That looks good. And then the back side. 15 by 32. That looks good as well. All right. Alright, so we should be good. I'm hoping. Anyways. Let's try it out. If not, guess what I get to do? Some more graphic work. Let's see. Specific sprite. There we go. Oh shit, I forgot to put his foot in the right position, but it's looking pretty good. So what I'll do, just as a temp fix, just make sure everything's good. We'll just go ahead and plug that in real fast. Let's see, back foot, 2F. Excellent, 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 excellent. Finally. Okay. You guys think frame sprite 2? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm ready to start doing some programming. Let's start writing it, shall we? Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's see, we can discard that. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. We don't need that. Yeah, we'll keep that around. Okay, and let's get out of this. We don't need that open. Alright, we'll put this over here. Let me get these exported pieces in here. Let's see, stomach and butt. Let's get rid of those old ones. Those in there. Okay. All right, it's about time. All right, so I think we're all in agreement that this move, the input will probably be forward, high punch, just to be consistent with how it's ran in MK2. I don't see any need to change it. So we'll roll with that. And okay, let me take off these silly breakpoint here. We don't need that right now. Excellent, excellent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on disable background music so it doesn't drive me nuts. And let's put it on something a little better to look at. Then after this move's done, I'm thinking I want to go ahead and put Johnny Cage's finals, like when he's laying down on the ground sprite. Because if you, well, let me try to do it a little faster. So yeah, that's his on the ground sprite. That's it right there. He's just never, his head never touches the ground. It's just like that. So we're gonna fix that probably after Liu Kang's move. All right, so the buggy guys when Liu Kang walks and he's up and down like that. He's not smooth. He jitters up and jitters down. Okay. Anyways, back on track. I can easily get sidetracked. Alright, so let me go in here. Let me see. Do we have, what moveset do we have here? Actually, I can just, let me go over here to this. Let me get inputs here. Yeah, we're just going to plug in. We're just going to go check Liu Kang's input. Liu Kang is what, character ID 3? So high punch 0, 1, 2, 3. So we got FFD9B8DO. So this breakpoint is going to break every time I punch high punch with Liu Kang. And it pretty much just checks for certain inputs in history. And since his move, he has his projectiles forward high punch, so it's going to use the high punch input. So it's pretty much, it's going to check the input here. And we're going to use all that. We're going to use all that, and we're going to hook in after that because it's going to be the same inputs. So that's good. It's going to verify inputs. And then it's going to have a projectile. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hook right into the original projectile routine, and we're going to check it for if we're in the air. Let's see, AI move. I should probably rename that because it's not just the AI. It looks like it's human AI or human projectile. So, alright, so this is a basic routine for everybody for their projectile. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to reference, I'm going to pull out an old one. This will probably expedite things here. Let me look and see exactly how I did Sub-Zero's air freeze. Let's see, do I have it in here? Extra. I don't have it in there. Let me pull it up in my online account here and see. Alright, let's see, resources, scripts, and I think it's in restorations, not mistaken. Let's see, where did I put that at? Scripts, I have lost character stuff. Character stuff. Character stuff. This is audio game modes, fighter face options. Use trash. Yeah, it probably is. And extra moves. There we go. This is going way back. I used to keep all the scripts on Google Drive. For saving your stuff, it's just the formatting is a little overboard. Oh shit, I didn't even do that. So, yeah, I changed to, I think GitHub or something like that, just storing everything on there. Alright, so the basic layout here, restores, okay, bypass ground check. Here's our sound. Okay, I'm just gonna put this off to the left here, and I get back to the script over here. And let me minimize that, Oh, also we can do this. We also have another. We have another tweak here. We have actually it's probably in this. It could be in the same script. Nope, I don't know. I think it was in additional moves. Maybe mechanics, crossover mechanics, aerial moves. I think this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, we're bypass ground check, and it's probably gonna run through. Let's see, 5CO. So I think this update fighter V is going to check our ground position here. There are velocities. Okay, here's our option here. I think this is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Liu Kang's into this because we're going to check the move. 28 is add-on mechanics. So we're going to check because it's going to bypass the ground check if the add-on mechanics are added on. So it's going to check the moves, and if we come down here, we have a list of moves. So we have Scorpion's Teleport, Raiden's Torpedo, and what we can do here is we can add a new one. We can do compare I, and we got FF DA 61 DOH and A7, and this is King's Fireball. Use for extra move. It's probably going to be a time where I want to kind of integrate like extra moves option and mechanics option because additional mechanics allow you to do the crossover jump kicks. But right now I have it also doing some moves in the air. But Liu Kang's Fireball kind of is more considered a new move, so we'll have to figure out where that's gonna stand as far as the option goes, because we're gonna have to integrate the extra move option here somewhere as well. Okay, so if it does equal that, we're gonna jump. It's gonna set our C flag, so we'll jump. Return. Right after this is the character versus ground compare routine, so it's not going to equal, so it's not going to jump our character versus ground routine. FCF 1020. We got FFC 8. Or 9. Oh, we got a different routine here, do we? We got FFCF 1020. 900. Okay, bites velocity and ground check. Let's see what this is. That's going to bypass the necessity to be on the ground, because if we're not on the ground, it would just immediately cancel out. So we'd have to also update. Wow, I've updated some of the lingo here. Let me see. You said character. Okay, let me see what that was. Got to update the symbol there because that's not. FFCE 4790. That is now changed to reset character human. Alright, so that fixes that old script. That's all updated. That was for Raiden Superman, by the way. Okay, so that's good. I guess let me copy that in real fast. That's that, and I think we have to update a hook for we got OD5F3970. That one's good. We'll go to this next one here. OD5 CO80 3B90. Okay, so we got 3BDO. So that's updated, and then we'll have to update this as well. These all deal with Raiden Superman, so if these weren't updated, we would crash if we did not update it. And we tried to do Superman. Alright, so that script's updated. So I'm glad I visited that. So, alright, back to Liu Kang's projectile. Array projectile animation ID. So we have an array here. Rather than relocate the array to enlarge it, because I think it's just going to be one routine per character. We can probably do a ground check, and then it'll tell us, we can dictate which one to do. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is let's start hooking. Let's see, FFDA 65EO. And then we'll go down here. H flip kick. We got a lot of shit down here, don't we? And let's do Kang. Alright, so indent all this stuff so it plays. It looks nice. Alright, so let's see. If I had to guess, I'd say we do a check if grounded. That's going to be our first call. And I forgot which flag it was. Set C if true. Okay. So do that. And then from there, we'll just do ground fireball, and that's going to be, we're going to update those bytes. Animation ID into A0, and then we'll jump to FFDA 6610. That'll take us back to where we were. Jump to runtime if C is set. Do ground fireball. So now, if we're here, we're doing the aerial fireball. And see how we, okay, so it's going to get animation. So we're just getting the animation ID, putting it into A9. Move projectile animation speed into AO. Alright, so let's do that. So all we have to do is move this is kind of like a manual move here. And let's see. We'll calculate the projectiles. Well, let's see what it is then right here, because we don't need to calculate it if we can just go. We might want to change it as well. Okay, so AO is 3. So let's just put 3H in AO, and we'll just put a little animation speed. Actually, let's do this. There we go. So we're setting up for the next procedure coming in. So, okay, so 108 is going to be the move index, which we might want to change. This is all going to depend on the CPU AI, because if right now if we assign it the same ideas as normal fireball, whenever we do an aerial fireball, the CPU will just duck. It's kind of complicated to balance this stuff, because if you look at it at that point of view, you can say that the CPU AI needs to be increased. So it's kind of like if you have extra moves and you're playing against a computer, they kind of have to be smarter by default, or else you can just cheese them. You know? So negative 812, that's right, okay. Alright, so that right there is automatically going to do our animation. But while it's doing the animation, it's going to carry gravity, and we kind of want to pause our gravity. Let's see here. It's going to grab our character ID in A6. Pair locations between us and our opponent. This is going to create our fireball right here. Alright, so it's safe to say we're probably going to go ahead and use this little section here as well. Alright, so array 11. Locations. And we're jumping to 67 FO. Okay, so it's going to move. Okay. Whoops. Can't name it that. We'll just put that. We'll rename that in a minute. So it's pretty much just setting a flag. it's going to tell which way the fireball should be drawn and which way it should be traveling. I can't spell velocity sometimes. Set flag for fireball draw and velocity. Okay. And it's gonna create it. So we're gonna want that as well. I'm kind of wondering if we can just go ahead and let's see. Yeah, we probably can't just jump into a certain area at one point and just run it from there because we have to handle Liu Kang falling after it's done as well. Speaking of that, let me check my Sub-Zero air freeze here. You can probably easily just reference Liu Kang's fireball from MK2. It might not be a bad idea. Let's see here. Okay. So do a freeze. Okay, so okay. All right, so let's get the let's get the fireball coming into play here. So let's rename this spawn fireball. Sounds nice. Let's see. Let's go to right there. So move there. You see Liu Kang's kind of in the middle of. I don't know what Liu Kang's doing right now, but I mean I know he's doing his fireball, but it looks strange. It's like he's pulling a fireball out of his back pocket or something. It was. And A9 to the stack pointer. And then we're going to move A8 and A7. And pretty much what this is going to do is it's going to copy. When it creates our projectile fireball, it's going to be cloned. And the parent object is going to be Liu Kang himself. And move projectile animation ID A0. ID and A0, and this is going to get our fireball sprites. Oh, maybe this is still dealing with. I think this might be still dealing with Liu Kang's his fireball move. We'll see. Alright, we'll see. Let's see. Calculate character array word. So it's going to move the fireball to the front of everybody. Let's see. And let's see where we're at here. Let's go. Let's just keep moving forward here. It's going to move that fireball in the register A10. Ray projectile animation A2. AO, calculate array of word. Array character, calculate array word. Animation A2, array of word. Calculate animation ID 11. And finally, we're going to move back from our stack pointer A8 and A9. So our stack pointer is square. And then we have the sound. So right there. And we can probably cut out some of this calculating stuff just by putting in the static values, since we already know it. So we can easily do that. We can just say I want to move 7H into AO. Audio routine 1. Alright, so let's play this. And then let's go back and do it again. Let's go and see. Hey, what's up there, Vector? What's up, Metal Reptile? We do have both sprites working. Right now I'm doing the coding for the fireball. I haven't checked out his Noob Saibot stuff yet. I should probably I know people are gonna love that, because it goes from a bare bones character to a full-fledged competitive player or fighter. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm just writing the code for Liu Kang's fireball, and that should be done. There you go. I'll leave it right there for you. I'm gonna go grab some to drink. I'll be right back while you guys stare at that frame. I'm gonna grab some to drink. Be right back. looks like we're good. All right, back to the show. All right, so what I want to find out here is, yeah, I think so. I think so too. We can take out 3C. Okay, calculate, create. It's not. It's not too bad. I guess we can do. We can take that out. We can take that out. And then we can just simply put move 3C into AO. I cut down on some code there because we already know what we want. Kind of curious here. What would this look like if we were to just do? Okay, let me see something here. Let me see something. Animation ID, this is 21. This is going to be the speed, animate with speed index, okay. So this might go, oh, let me see here. I'm interested in how this is going to look as far as, let's see. So we get FFD4 6460. Let's see. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 frames of animation for Liu Kang. Because I was curious as if they had an animation chain that they cut in half and resumed after the fireball was done. But let's count the frames here. Let's do okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if that's the case, they got 1, 2, 3. They do. They split it in half. They got 3 frames, and then okay. So that explains. I'll show you. That explains why we have a calculation for an animation ID there. And then we have the fireball being created. And then we have, there's animation, there's a second animation right here. Let's see, no, it's before his fireball. I thought there was another one. Okay, yeah, here's another one right here. Oh, it's projectile animation. Okay, so ray projectile object animation IDs and ID 0. There was one more. Let's see, 6FFO. We can just cut it down. Let's see, 6, 8, 10. Does he have his full frames there? He does not have his full frames there yet. So I'm guessing we're going to have... So we have a character compare here. We're checking to see if we're Shang Tsung. Okay, so we'll check out that. That's going to be the sound. Okay, we're not Shang Tsung, so we're not going to jump. So let's see what this FFDA 5F20 leads me to. FFDA 5F20, that's another array, and that array I've already got marked. I think that's going to be our second animation. Okay, that's good. That's good, because that explains a lot. So that's going to be where our other two frames come in. Animate with speed both. And animate speed in both. So A9 is already going to have our pointer. Just kind of continue off. And this is going to be our delay. See, everybody in the game's got a 32 tick delay after their projectiles. See here, he is just returning at the end of his delay. It's going to jump and reset him. And that's all there is to it. Alright, so let's finish this out and see what we can get going for the aerial fireball. So Maximo. Alright, so we already determined that there's going to be, actually let's go back one breakpoint here. 30, okay, get rid of that. Alright, so we're going to go through, we're going to do our, actually let me mark this down because this is, let's see, processes, 3 thread, reactions. I'm just going to log this here because let's see, projectile. Okay, so this is a good one. This can be pretty vague, I guess. Do projectile. I mean, that's pretty much all it is. FFDA 65 CO. Alright, so that's that. And like I said, it's going to update fighter V position, which we've already got a hook in there to disable the ground check. And this is calculating our animation for our projectile, which we've already changed over to our custom animation. So we've got that there. And we're going to do animation speed, move ID, which I still want to change this. Let me put a little temporary move ID for now. But we're definitely going to have to change that for the computer AI because or else they're going to duck. And then this is going to calculate our speed, which our speed is 3. We've got that up there as well. We don't need to calculate that because it's all static. Move ID, jump to animate. Let's jump to 67 FO. And that's doing those 3 frames there. So what we're going to do is we might have to do a little relocation of the fireball because I'm not sure how it's creating the fireball. I know it's copying the parent, but we might have to add an offset to it. But that's simple. It's not a big deal. Let's see, array projectile object animation ID. Yeah, so all this is doing, this is creating our fireball. Setting it to the top layer, and it's adding it into the list of object structures there. All right, so what I want to do is I want to see ground fireball. Okay, so at the end of this, let's set up the end of this because I kind of want to just punch this in there real fast and see what we got going on. 4AO. Alright, so at the end we're gonna move our jump back from A12 and A7. And we're gonna change PC into A7, and that's gonna take us back to where we were. So what we need here is we need the actual fireball. Let's go ahead and put that. What's up there, Carlito? Alright, so we're going to go in and let's see, we're at about right here. Let's see, spawn fireball. We can take this out, we don't need that. Alright, so that's spawning our fireball. Let's set it to the top layer. That is doing the animation for it. I believe it is. Let's double check that real fast. 67 FO, that is on breakpoint, so we'll go there. AO, so that's going to be just, okay. Okay, so it's going to be 22 in the AO after that, so we don't need this one. We can just simply put move 22H in AO. And honestly, we don't even need that. We can, well, we might need to carry it over. Let's see. Get rid of this line of code there. We don't need that. And that's going to calculate our animation ID into A11, which we'll need. We've already got our sound. Our sound's good. We don't need to do this compare because obviously we're not going to be Shang Tsung. And then we have this character array, which I think this is the one we just found, which was Let me double check, but I think it's the follow-up animation for the end of the projectile. FFDA 5F20. No, actually that is their word values, so they're definitely not animation pointers. I think that's going to be a speed. Let's see, it goes into AO. Yeah, jump, animate with speed. Okay, so we're going to move 3 into AO. But we might not need this second animation thing, so I'm going to hold off on that. Or maybe it's the projectile animation speed. Yeah, I think that does make a lot of sense. Let's put that. So let's move. All right, so let's carry that over. So we're gonna have 3H and AO, and then animate with speed. Okay, yeah. Moving. Okay, first of all, let me see what we're on here. 105, 1530, and sorry, 105, 1230. 101 A260 is player 1, and that's who we're dealing with now. So this animation is going to deal directly with Liu Kang. So this is definitely his next 2 frames. So if we go to the address in A9, let me see here on my other screen, FFD4 64 EO. Yeah, we have 2 pointers, which means we have 2 frames of animation. So that is definitely the second set of frames for his animation. I'm trying to decide how to do this because we don't need both instances. And we can just jump straight to doing the projectile routine. So let's do we kind of know right here what we need to be at. So let's see. So we can move that in A7. That's going to be our fireballs procedure that's going to follow. So FFC8, 6A80H into A7, and then we have we do have a thread. We have a thread ID of 2002, and we're going to create thread. Let's create the fireballs procedure. Definitely need that. I mean, what good is an aerial fireball if you don't have a fireball, right? And the next is just going to copy the some data from Liu Kang's structure. So we'll remove. Actually, we'll move A10 and the value of AO. COH was that 1? Okay. C0H and it's 1. And we're going to move it 11 to AO. Copy projectile, copy parent, and then we have a delay, which I don't think 20 is going to be the right recovery time, but we'll put something in there because we can tweak it. So there's the delay. And after that, it goes through an animation, which I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna cross that in A9 real fast. That is FFD4 6520 and A2 60. That is still dealing with Liu Kang, so 6520. Okay, yeah. So what it's going to do is it's going to see that we have 0 in there, so it's going to jump and return, and it's not going to animate anything. So that is a useless animation. So we don't need that either. So at this point, we can probably throw this in there and see what it does. The exciting part, right? I think I got everything. I guess we're going to find out, right? Alright, let's copy that. Let's go over here. Alright, that's that, and next we have to pop that in there. And that is a B5CO FFFE. Fireball check, okay. Alright, so let's see what this does. Let's fire it up. There we go. I'm going to keep this on here just if it doesn't. Okay, so let me see what's. Let's see, what was our high punch here? FFC9. So we got VP FFC9. 9CCO, so that should be FC9 9CCO. No, that's not right. Let's see here. Okay, that's what I want. So BP clear, and we'll do B8DO. So that's his high punch. Okay. Okay, so we're moving on to the move. That's what it is. I think there's another check. I think there's a check right inside this prepare move, if I'm not mistaken. There, okay, so let me see this. 3970. I think it's going to be in here. Bypass. Yep, here it is. Bypass ground check 2. And our option is on. We're going to check our move. DA 6160. Now, how is that? Oh, I see. The address is a little bit off there. Okay. What I'll do here is I go in here, and I'll change that real fast. We've got 0025, so that should do that. So we should. Okay, so that's gonna fire now. Update fighter health. Okay, so that should go through here, and let's get a point on the actual move. New move here. Oops, wrong one. Go over here. Let's just play this out. Let's see what happens here. Okay, it's putting us back on the ground. Okay. Oh, okay, so we have that flag backwards here, so let me go in there and fix that real fast. Should be jump if not equal to. So we get C9 for C. Okay, so we should be good. Okay, so that's alright. We got a little lock up there. We'll see what happens, but alright, let me go in here and turn these sliders down because this banging of the drum can drive me crazy at extended lengths. Let's see. Let me put something on here. All right. So let me save that state right there, and so let's go ahead and see what we have going on. Let's see where we're crashing at. What's up there, Doctor? Dr. Z? Doctor is in. Okay, so let's see. So we saw our animation start firing. So now let's see what's going on. So we're not grounded, so we should be good. Animate with speed. Let's see if we make it past this. Okay, we do make it past that. What we have to do though is we gotta stop Liu Kang in the air. Move to memory, A8, A9. I wonder if we're popping around. Move from memory. 8. Okay, that's all good. Create object. That's good. Animate with speed, both. Oh, that's not right, is it? I bet that's wrong. I bet that's wrong. So let's see what this does. So we want to go down here to where is our animation or our there it is. 6B CO. Let's make sure that breakpoint's on 6B. See, okay, so that's on. And we have, what is that? FF, oh, that's why I was looking at A7. That's the problem. FFC8. That should be and what we'll do is we'll update this on the fly real fast. FFDA, so that should go through without a hitch now. I can tell because look at this. It was trying to execute this this procedure, animate with speed. Definitely looks better. Not done yet. Definitely not done, but we have something here going. You see we have our location that in the offset needs to be fixed. And the animation speed could probably be slowed down a little bit. And we might have to look into it's doing it on the ground still pretty much. So we're definitely have to look into C, and there's something tying us down. We got to alleviate ourselves from that. Get rid of all these windows here. All these extra windows drive me nuts. Okay, so let's put this on top of this one. I'll go from there. Alright, so let's see what is tying us down. So the only thing I could think of within what we did here was on fireball. It's going to animate the fire. Let's see, A11. Okay, fireball's procedure. Now this, it could be in this fireball procedure as well. So let's see. I mean, we may have to. Well, no, we're getting tied down before that. Yeah, we're getting tied down before that. Alright, so okay, so let's see. Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. This is B5CO. Okay, so we're good there. B6EO. Let's put a break on it. Okay, so we're being pulled right down. Okay, right there. So let's see what's up with that. That's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through this animation and see what's going up. I wouldn't think there's anything in here that would do that. So it's pulling us down already. So why are we being pulled to the ground? You know what? I got an idea. Let's go into 105.12.30. Go into our objects here. And let me just take a peek here and see what's... Okay, so 101 F980. That is our primary sprite there for his head for the most part. Okay, our velocity is cleared there, so it doesn't. Oh, you know what's happening is And that velocity is being cleared from another routine. It's setting our V position, which I thought we were skipping that. Let me see here. No Fortuna. Actually, the animation, the 2 frames were made by Tyrone. He's in here under HSB gen, I believe. If he's on, I haven't seen him in the stream. He might not be on the stream, but he's done some pretty good animations that make it look very close to the original stuff. So it's pretty good. So right now I'm just putting in the actual move here, and just looks like we gotta fix our ground setting for our player because he's being pulled to the ground, and then also maybe make him stop in the air when he's doing it, and offset the fireball so it's a little bit forward because right now it's a little bit behind his hand. So right now we have to go check if grounded. So this is drawing the offsets. This is just checking. Okay, so at 336, compare AO to A2. A2, they're the same. Okay. So this I'm guessing this is probably pulled before this part because I don't think it does it. Yeah, it's got to be pulled before it. So let me go back. Okay, so our next one is so right now we have that's what it is right there, update fighter V position. Ah, I knew that. Okay, so not a big deal. So what we'll do is we'll roll that back and we'll actually jump. You know what? Hold on, that's not right because we have an exception for that. Let me check this out again. Yeah, that's yeah, I know, Victor. It's not too much of a brain buster. We have to just this is clearing all velocities. Right now we have FFDA 61 DO. So what is... See, I just changed this before. And now it's back to what it was before. I'm kind of confused on why this thing keeps changing between, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, you know. It's not too far away, but it keeps fluctuating between these two. I felt like I've been here before with one of these moves also. No biggie though. I'll figure it out. Alright, so this is why we're not. Updated this once, but I guess it's the wrong, it was the wrong address. 9E2F. So. If grounded, that's B5CO. We can get rid of that. Okay. So, yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it. Alright, so what I gotta do here now is I'm close to getting it. I'm very close here. Just got another thing or two to fix. Let's see, game state timer. Let's get that back to. Oops, wrong button. All right, let's go back in here. I don't particularly care for the pit bottom too much. Just the level of the where they're fighting on the ground just looks silly. So get out of there and all right, so we'll save that and oh, you know what? What is going on? Now I can't do. Let's see here. We have a problem with our. Let's see. Let's check this out now. Okay. Apparently I got it backwards. All right. So apparently there's two checks. Yeah, so that check runs twice with Liu Kang. So I think what I'm gonna do is, let's see. Alright, we only need one. Currently it is... You can omit the 61 DO, so let's do the 6160, because that is the move prepare check. Which honestly, I don't even, yeah, we won't mess with that, but we'll take out the 6160, or 61 DO check, because that is, let's see, that is done. Update fighter, okay. Actually, we do need that, don't we? Okay, we can put both in there. It's not a big deal. It's kind of strange how he's got two of those in there. So one is on the move prepare. Like the move prepare routine is like a really generic routine that just makes sure it resets your character, it puts him on the ground, it just pretty much it readies him for the move to be done. So that would be the 6160, which is what we would have in A7. Now when he's in the air, actually when he's doing his actual projectile, it pulls it again, but at that point it's at 61 DO. So it's a little bit further ahead in the A7. Let's see. So we'll put this as move prepare. Yeah, we'll just keep that like it is. So that should take care of those two checks. So let's just go ahead and let's get rid of this. Let's minimize this because this is all in the way, and let's move that over. Copy that over. And what is that? FFC 3800. And then we also have a couple. This skips character ground position when move is. Oh, okay. So I do have a couple different checks for that. Which I guess if I were to do it like I'm doing Liu Kang's, I can probably eliminate the hooks, I'm guessing. I have to optimize that probably. So it looks like I can do it all through the same routine. Anyways, we'll just let's see. We'll just update this and see what this does. So 3C10 and 3E20. So those two hooks, that's in there as well. I don't think I changed anything in this code, so I don't think I have to copy this over. I think we're all good there, I believe. Alright, so let's see what this does. Gotta try to wrap this up. I got an appointment in the morning. I'm off tomorrow in the weekend, so there's plenty of MK hacking to be done. Let's see, there's that one, and there is that one. So I can foresee needing to kind of pause him in the air a little bit. That's one thing I can see. Proper drop to the ground after it's over. That's another thing I can see need to be put in there. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You know what? I did. Oh, that's what it was. I sure did. I forgot. I did update that because I had the wrong routine in there. So let me. Totally forgot about that one. FFFE. Alright, here's that. Okay. All right, so we got our check backwards. We had it right the first time, but I thought it was backwards because we had another problem. So that's how that came about. No worries. So should be C8 4C. Yeah, C8 4C. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so what we have to do is after that's over, we have to make them change the offset to the fireball. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is let me pull out the old Sub-Zero one. Let's see, fall to the ground. So let's fall to the ground. Let's get that done. So that should be just a pretty easy okay, so we don't have to pause them because this delay is going to pause them. So what we have to do is we have to add fall to the ground right here. And if I believe right, we've got fall to ground with A6 exception. Clear A6. And let's do this. Let's put a breakpoint on this, and we just copy this value here. All right, so this is pretty simple. So what's going to happen is we have kind of know these registers pretty well now, but this routine is going to give us velocity in A1, and it's going to have a routine set in A6 as an exception routine. After each tick, it's going to run it if there is one. If not, it's not going to run anything. It's just going to get the next frame. It's going to check if we're grounded. If we are, it's going to clear velocities and go back to. So let's do this. Let's get this. And this is when we touch the ground. And what we do is we're just going to tie. We're going to jump before that because we can just use that. We're just going to use modified A1 because we don't need A1 because we're not going to add any upward velocity. We're just jumping down. This is our animation speed. We don't need that. So what we have to do is a clear A1 because we don't need to. We're not adding any upward velocity. A10 is going to be our gravity, so we're going to move our velocity, or our gravity into A10. So you move A11 to A6. It's going to be a no-go because we don't have a routine to pull. And we should get PC into A7. Actually, let's just do this. Let's go ahead and just fall to the ground. It's going to have our landing zone. It's going to go back. Okay, so what we can do is we probably clear A1, clear A6, and then we can just jump to FCE 69DO. That's going to take care of all of that for us. We don't need this. Don't need that. Six and A9 is going to calculate our landing. So it's going to calculate our landing. And after we land, it's going to jump back and it should reset fight stance. Okay, perfect. What's up, Cabuloso? How you doing, buddy? Alright, so that's that. So what we also have to do before we go over there is let's do our fireball. But what we have to do is create objects. Where is clone? Where is it cloning our? Okay, so CO and AO. Our stance, okay, A10. Let's see, create object. Object's gonna be in A0, I believe here. Let me put a breakpoint on this real fast. Make sure we have our right. Oops. Get rid of all these extras. Okay, so let's create our object. We got FEAO. Okay, so A8 is going to be our object location. So what we want to do is we want to move that, offset that by a little bit. Relocate object, AO is the X offset, A1 is the Y offset. These values related to the object's current position. And then our object's going to be an A8. So I don't think we have to mess with the A1 at all. So A1 0. Actually, make sure I got that right. Yeah, A1's going to be 0 and okay. There we one, and then we'll put just to make sure this works, we'll put that in AO. So let's do that, and let's pop that in there, and let's test it out. Alright, so that's in there. We're in a good position here. Oh shit, you know what I didn't do? Oh, never mind, I'm good. Okay, so we're not getting our fall down right. Alright, so let me see something here. First, I guess let's do the easy thing here. Let's do the fireball offset real fast. Play with that. What is this time cop? I don't like this song. Let's get off of that song. Okay. But you can see it's so I get a good shot at it. Okay, so gotta come forward and up quite a bit. So I don't know if this is let's see, 30. Shit, and I don't have. Maybe it's just that little animation piece there. It needs to be, well. No, that's good. Okay, so we definitely got to come up a little bit. Okay, so that 30 looks good. We just have to bring it back out a little bit, maybe. Behind. Oh, he's got the flare. I'm not seeing that flare up either. Let me double check though. Okay, yeah, it is flaring up. Okay, so yeah, that's got to come back a little bit. Back a little bit, and up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna change this code a little bit because it needs to be adjusted. It's got to go to. I want to push that up, so we're gonna have to go, I think. I think that's what we're gonna have to do there. All right, so let's look at the. Let's go down and take a look at the fall to the ground code. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so clear A1, clear A6, jump over here. Fall to the ground with A6 exception. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have found out why. I'm gonna find out real fast here. All right, so let's see. Let's go over here. So A10 holds our gravity. But we currently forgot to assign it before jumping over. Yeah, that looks a little strange. Something's going on there. One 36 CO. Oh shit, that's right. I gotta sign the animation and then jump to that. That's what it is. So let's see. Let's go back and let's get. Okay, so if we jump up here, we should have. So A9 is going to be FFD4. Let me cross that. Let's see if that's an animation that we're. See FFD4 1B20. So we also have to. And if I learned something in the past, it's like gotta put those preceding zeros there, or else it's going to be negative. Alright, so faulty ground exception. So 1B20. Animation speed is 3, so AO. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll put actually we'll do move K. Get next frame. It's gonna get our velocity. Okay, so this is gonna wind us down, bring us back down. Okay, so C1B40, and let me double check that address one more time. B20. Okay, so it is 0. 1B20. Okay, so what we have to do here is let's move FFD4 1B20. This is our it's not get next frame, but it's not going to be. Alright, so this should jump down to 0. Just checking out this frame here, make sure we're good. UFO. Okay, so let's try that out. Alright, so we've got our gravity now. We've got our fall animation frame. We have our animation speed, which ain't gonna make a difference since we only have one frame. My eyes are getting tired. They're getting really tired. It's past my bedtime. CUJ and UG. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, I didn't like that frame. Let's see. Let's see. FDA 1B20. Let me go back and double check that. Either I got that wrong or I typed it wrong. FFDA 1B. Yeah, I definitely typed that in wrong. Okay, so let me see. Easy fix. FFD4 1B20. That's what I'm supposed to have. FFD4 1B20. So we'll check that out real fast. Nah, it looks pretty good. It looks really good. Let me go up here and animation speed. Let me see if I can turn this up a little bit, maybe. Maybe we'll slow it down just a hair. Alright, looks pretty good. What kind of bugs can be found on it? Let's see. So we have to probably update the move ID. Just out of curiosity, let's see what the computer does. I'm sure they're probably just gonna duck it. Thanks, Fortuna. We just duck it because I think it's just a normal. So what I'll have to do is I'm gonna have to probably create a new reaction for the computer, and it's gonna just be for aerial projectiles. It'll be like for like Superman and maybe the air Scorpion's air teleport and you can almost get it most of the time. It was real nice. Yeah, their projectile will probably be a good counter for it. If they're on the ground and you do an aerial, I can see them catching you with a projectile. It'll be pretty good. All right. I guess that'll probably conclude this stream. Trying to think of next stream. Next stream maybe we'll do we'll do Johnny Cage's ground sprite. Because that definitely needs to be fixed. I'll look into that counter, the crossover. There's like a threshold where the crossover can be on the opposite side. I'll have to increase that also, so you don't sometimes get those wrong side crossover moves when you're really close to them. But yeah, the aerial fireball with custom frames, just about complete. Thank you, Victor. So, alright guys, so or one day if it was one day on it, a full day, but 3 days, a couple hours here, a couple hours there. We've got the aerial fireball done for Liu Kang. We've got Kano's cannonball, the diagonal cannonball. We have aerial Superman Sub-Zero's Ice Clone. So last character to do would be Sonya. So we'll think about a move for her. We have some other minor things to do, like Johnny Cage's ground sprite. Head sprite, because that looks just terrible. We'll do the ninja's head as well, because I'm sure that needs improved. And after that, we'll just work on minor fixes. Try to get a beta out. Definitely needs some hardware testing. It hasn't been hardware tested much at all, so we'll do that next time. And I should be on. Should stream tomorrow afternoon, possibly. I'm off for the next couple days. So I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow. And thanks for watching. And have a good night, guys. I'll see you guys next time on the stream.